These are Cape gannets, and the sights and sounds of them pervade throughout the day and the night. These birds are endemic to southern Africa, and there are only 6 known breeding sites, 3 in Namibia and 3 in South Africa. So here at Malgas Island, it is one of those rare and special venues. These birds have very distinctive movements. A very typical scenario is this pointing in the sky, a sign of establishing their space. And then once they've established their space, they also have this necking procedure as they greet their partners every time they return to where the partner is situated. We've been able to get quite close to them. Some of these adults on their nests with eggs. And intriguingly, when they are on the nest, they actually sit with their feet covering up and over the egg. As soon as the chick is hatched, the little chicks are sitting on top of the feet of the adults, perhaps to take them away from the moisture and to protect them from the guano which is underneath. There are various stages throughout this colony. The young baby, fluffy little chicks with little tufts of hair on their bodies and on their heads, and they look quite clumsy and uncomfortable. The juveniles, when they reach the fledgling stage, become larger because of all the feeding, are actually larger than the parents. Once they've left the nests, the drafts of air and the wind and currents are very important for these juveniles who now have to learn to fly. They're not exactly agile on land, but once in the air, of course, there's absolutely beauty and poetry in motion. It really is that kind of scenario. I have also been very privileged to pick up an Australian gannet. There is one individual in this colony, and the mind boggles as to how this Australian gannet got here. The eye color is different, and the distinctive stripe on the neck is also missing. Now this Australian gannet, just like Australians, also has a different accent to the South African gannets. Its movements and demeanor and mannerisms also seem to be slightly different. We saw it was fairly isolated. It didn't seem to interact very well with the rest of the flock around it. And as I understand, Australian gannets do need a little bit more space in which they breed in colonies, as opposed to the gannets here, which are fairly tightly packed against one another. but it's quite a privilege, and as I understand, quite rare to actually get a sighting as well as to be able to film this Australian gannet.